Part two of the offensive video. Alright, so as I was talking about the guy calling me redskin and shit. I only stopped because I thought my mom was gonna start talking to me or whatever, and stuff needed to be done. You know, so like I said, I hadn't been insulted in so long that it didn't really dawn on me. Once it dawned on me, it's like, well, God, it's been so long since someone even referred to my Native American heritage in a bad light that it just really didn't dawn on me. But when I got home, it's like a switch flipped and the light bulb started gleaming until it burst. And all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, I have been pissed off about that shit. And like all the times that I've ever been picked on for being mixed or anything, just all came right the fuck back. There's like years of the shit just flooding right back in. And I'm like, this motherfucker just insulted me. I'm highly offended. I should probably go back to that store and throw that guy a beating. I'm sure by the time I would have got there, that old fucker would have been gone. Now, I posted other videos tonight about things that make me ashamed to be black. Well, that's another one that makes me ashamed to be black. I don't know how to put this in the exact words other than to just say the fucking truth. I have had more unfortunate incidences with my race by black people. And like I said on the video earlier tonight about the people who decided that it would be a cool thing to go and record someone else throwing someone else an ass whooping, which, like I said, if somebody's filming me getting my ass beat, they better hope like hell that I never find them. Because after I heal up, they may get an arrow through their chest. And yes, that will probably be a confession that I'm probably going to regret later. But it's funny how these things happen. And, it's not the fact that we all need to grow the fuck up, but these things just happen. And it's not fair, but it is what it is. And also, I tend to get offended by technology. you know, I get offended by technology because I don't know how to work the shit. That's just is what it is right there. There has been plenty of times where someone has asked me something about a fucking tablet and have no fucking idea what a tablet even does. Not really. I'm going for my mullet style right now. Hold on. Alright, so now that I have my mullet and you can get a clear look at my face, even if it may be a slightly bit ugly, you can get a clear look at it. Now I know you guys are thinking, why did you just call yourself ugly? Okay, let me explain that too. I'm happy with my ugliness compared to when I burnt all of this off many years ago. You can find that shit on Facebook. So it's kind of a very trying part in my life. So I think it happened between 2007, 2006, and 7. It was bad. So it was really bad. First degree burns. Still got some on my arm. You can't see it with that camera. Still got some up here on my shoulder. Yeah, I was pretty fucked up. So anyway, I may be ugly, but I was uglier at one time. So we thank God every day for all that I gotten back. So anyway, you know, the thing is, and like I said, it's so easy to offend and be offended by so many different people for so many different reasons. And most of the time, if we think about it, we're getting offended over shit that don't even matter. Shit that you can't change. Alright? I can't change my ethnic background. If I could, and here's where I offend everyone else. If I could change my ethnic background, no. Somebody white just got mad. Don't worry. I was not going to say I would be white. That wasn't going to be it. Trust me. Because sometimes white people do things that make me ashamed to be part white. And no, nowhere in hell was I going to say I want to be all black. If I had it my way, I'd just been full-blooded Cherokee, problem solved, and yes, sometimes there are Cherokee people that do things that piss me off as well. But the thing is, I'd much rather be Cherokee than I would rather be black or white. And the reason that is because even though I've had bad experiences with Native Americans as well as blacks and as whites, I've had worse experiences with blacks than whites and then Cherokee. You see what I'm saying? So that self-hatred towards other black people is another reason why I hate being part black. I swear to God, I hate being part black because that one thing that they do fucks up everybody else that's black. If a black person steals because they're hungry, that's acceptable. If a black person steals because they're just good at it, that fucks up everything for the rest of us. If a black person decides that, I gotta go hunt to eat, that's fine. But a black person shouldn't get behind the wheel of a car and have a little young black person sniping people, which only makes it worse for us. So again, this video has probably offended like about 2,500 people right now. Of course, since I only have 12 followers, thank you guys, I probably haven't offended enough. But the whole thing is that it's so easy to offend people, whether it be race or gender, which really is the thing, race, gender, or sexual preference. You can offend the fuck out of people, like really offend the fuck out of people. I totally worded that wrong. But, it's just a simple concept, all right? I don't have nothing against gay people. But I have probably offended gay people many a times and just not know it. Because not everyone is born with that sixth sense or that seventh sense, which is like gaydar. I can't look at nobody and tell that they're gay or lesbian. I can't do that. I'm pretty sure that I wish I could do that so that I would not offend people when I talk to them. However, I am not an X-Man. Although I would love to be one, I am not an X-Man. So I can't just like do and use the force or whatever the fuck it is to find out what's going on in the brain of somebody. And even if I could, I probably wouldn't want to do that anyway, just because I might not be able to control it. And you don't want to read everybody's thoughts because sooner or later you're probably gonna pop. So, you know, and then let's like for race. I mean, you know what? This isn't an this is a subject that we all need to address. And I'm gonna say this to everybody, and I'm saying this from a neutral standpoint of position. If you can look at a black man and say that he can never date your daughter, you're a racist. If you are a black woman or a black man who looks at a white man and says that he can never date your daughter, you also are racist. If you are a Native American or an Asian of any kind from any spectrum, which means, yes, Mexicans, you might not know this, but secretly you guys are Asian because you come from a Native American tribe, and Native American tribes are all Asian. Okay, so if you can look at a black or a white man or another tribal man from like an Apache tribe, and you're from the Iroquois or whatever, and you say that that man can't date your daughter, yes, my friend, you also are a racist. So that's the real racist test right there. And the thing is that a lot of us are prejudiced and not racist, and a lot of us are racist and not prejudiced. And I know you're all thinking, God, James, you're just hitting the hammer on the head with all these offensive things that are coming out of your mouth. Well, these offensive things that are coming out of my mouth are 99% the truth. Why do I say that? Because, all right, here's an example of prejudice. All right, you and a person who is handicapped are biting for the same job. Now, let's say you are more qualified than the person that's handicapped, but the person handicapped is more capable of doing the job because they have experience, or because the person who's hiring them knows that if they hire them, they get a double tax bonus. So, therefore, the first thing that will come out your mouth is, I hope that this little bastard in this handicapped position don't get the job. That's a racist statement. And I completely watered that down from what I would normally have thought that a person that is prejudiced would say. Now, here's a racist statement. No nigger is ever gonna date my daughter. If you've thought or said that shit on some level or another, you've meant it, and your ass is a racist. Alright? So, in closing on that, it's so hard to be normal when you don't want to offend people. But the thing is, and I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to close it out right after this. I don't give a damn if you're a racist, as long as I know that you're a racist. If I don't know you're a racist, and we're shaking hands, and you're going to wash your hands because you shook the hand of a black man, that kind of fucking fucks me up. So, if I know you're a racist, okay, well, I'll tell you what. We can knock elbows, or, we can thumbs up from afar, and we're cool. But not knowing that you are a racist, and you don't want to come to my dinner table, or you don't want me to come to your dinner table, or more importantly, I don't want you to date my daughter, or you don't want me to date your daughter, yeah, we're some racist motherfuckers. Alright? So we need to work on that. I've known plenty of racists, but they were honest about it, and I respect them for that. Because if you are a racist and you're honest about it and you own that shit, you don't have a problem with me. You have my respect because you're man enough to own that shit. Where if you're not, well, eventually the truth will come out. Because most of the people who are like borderline racist, you will find out how racist they truly are when their kid brings someone home who's not a racist, who dates out of their race and date other races and reproduce. Then you got problems when that person is like, I'ma disown you because you're dating that person, and not even have the courage to call them the slang name, which would be, let's say, if they're dating me, that fucking half breed, or if they're dating a black man, that fucking nigger, if they're dating a white man, that fucking honky, if they're dating an Asian man of any kind, gook, slope, slant eye, motherfucking wetback, uh, redskin, chief, some bitch, so. And in that, you know, the the whole concept of me saying all that was to show you that I just could piss you off in that little bit of seconds. And I'm sure that I just pissed off a lot of people. So if that happened, then I'm sorry. I made these two videos to prove a point, and honestly, truly to God, I'm gonna say this from the bottom of my heart. I'm probably the only person on earth who doesn't have the right to be a racist. All right, I don't have the right to be a racist, especially in America, because my ancestors were the three primary races that built this country. Did I say any more? I'm James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Africa number 2, BC and U. And it is also 13 after midnight. Later.